Hi guys, welcome back. Happy Wednesday. The week is almost done. I am so happy. Yesterday I felt like this week was never going to end. Now it's almost over. I'm pretty damn stoked for the weekend. So, everybody's been talking about her. Why am I going to be any different? I'm not. You know who we're talking about. Omarosa. Yeah, what happened to that? Never mind. Nothing happened to her. She's just being herself, I believe. So yeah, she gets fired from her job, and I don't know how many of you noticed or paid attention, but she was on Celebrity Big Brother this past winter, like literally right after she was done with the White House. Oh, look who's back on TV. So it kind of has me thinking, when she was on Big Brother, I don't watch the Big Brother After Dark. I don't watch all the extras. I did that one year, and truth be told, watching behind the scenes kind of gives away everything behind the scenes. So I really stay away from all the extra stuff and just tend to stick to the shows that are aired during the week. So they didn't really touch a whole lot on the subject, at least on prime time. But she, at that time, still seemed like she was teeter-tottering from wanting to talk crap and wanting to maybe not. I guess now that hindsight is 20/20, she was just trying to keep as much close to the hip as possible, so her new book will just take off because everybody wants to know all the gossip, all the juicy stuff coming out of the White House. And now she has a book. Just seems like it's been one long publicity stunt from Miss Omarosa. And truth be told, I think she likes it better this way. I don't think she liked working in the White House. Even from articles I've read and certain tweets I remember reading, it didn't seem like Omarosa and President Trump spent a whole lot of time together in the White House. But she was having to spend time with someone, and those someones she seemed to rub the wrong way, piss off. I don't know what she did while she was there. The president practically made up a brand new position just so she could come to the White House and work. I feel like she could have really done so much more with her her popularity, just the fact that people know her name and her face. And now she's in the White House. I feel like, what was that position for? And maybe it was a position she could have kind of, I don't know, breathed life into and gave it a purpose in the White House. And instead, she basically backstabs everybody she possibly can on the way out the door. Gotta say, folks, I think Omarosa just likes being the bad girl reality queen, and she's been on a lot of MSM, hasn't she? You know, kind of funny, guys, like 2 years ago, you guys were just bashing the crap out of anybody in the Trump administration, including Omarosa. She wasn't backing down from you guys back then, so I'm certain that, you know, she had no plans of backing down from you guys now. She's absolutely using you guys for her platform, and she knew you would. She definitely felt as though her payday was in backstabbing the president versus continuing that 15, almost 16-year relationship that we all know was real, okay? I don't see Omarosa being a 16-year opportunist with the same person, you know what I mean? Like, she was on The Apprentice. She was on The Apprentice. You know, she's already gone from that reality to the Big Brother reality, so it's not like she's typecast into a Celebrity Apprentice status or working under Trump continuously. She can take her resume and she can go anywhere at any time. But she stayed with Trump. But she stayed with him long enough to get caught up in the background. And I just don't think that's where Omarosa fits. I don't think that's where she feels the most powerful and the most confident, when she's blended in with a room full of 100 other people who have positions way more powerful and better than hers. So I just feel like, as opportunists tend to do, she saw an opportunity. She saw where there was money to be made and wanted the quick buck versus the let's see how you did at the end of the first term and, you know, take things from there. I really feel like she could have done something pretty unique and awesome in the White House. What that is, I'm not Omarosa. I wasn't given that opportunity, but I feel like the woman was smart enough to find her way there. I feel she was going to be smart enough to figure out her place there. And some people just need the camera on them. They need eyes on them. And they just are attention seeking so much that, yeah, some people are willing to give up a perfectly good gig at the White House just to take some shots at somebody for some quick and easy cash. And I feel like that's what she did. And you MSM are not off the hook, okay? I brought you up for a reason. All of y'all hated her, and now you are jumping on the Omarosa train like that woman just made everybody damn brownies. Y'all hated her. And the only reason why you're jumping on her tail now is because she knows what song to sing and when the microphones and cameras will turn on to her. And you were just too freaking predictable. That's why I was talking about the Big Brother. She kind of left little crumbs as far as things that she wanted to talk about but couldn't talk about, right? Until that book came out, you know. She wants you all to spend that money on that book. I hope y'all didn't really buy that book. I mean, come on. Those things at The View, you know they bought that book. You know they're all up in that book. And you know the second they can have Omarosa on their show, she's going to be right there plugging that book to them same hateful bitches that could not stand her 2 years ago, but going to be her bestest of friends when she comes rolling around talking crap about the president. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I can't wait. I already can see it now. Alyssa Milano, Joy Behar, the whole lot of them. What's another one that likes to give him shit? Tom Arnold. What's the other guy's name? I can't even remember his name anymore because he made me so mad. Robert De Niro. There you go. Jim Carrey. Just the top 20 haters that are drinking the most haterade and putting all their hate out on the internet. They're absolutely going to have excerpts from that book in their Twitter feeds for months to come. Right? And all it is a bunch of BS. It's a bunch of BS lies that she knew she could peddle very, very easily to the other side. And that is exactly what she did. She is a traitor. She is a backstabber. And quite frankly, she's kind of proven to the world that she cannot be trusted. So I think, you know, her showing her colors so quickly after getting into the White House is a plus. But it also definitely shows you that that was her agenda. She got just a little under a year under her belt and poof, took off, wrote a book, and is now doing a talk crap tour with a bunch of lies. It's like Diamond and Silk said in their video. You didn't just find out after 15 years somebody was a racist, okay? She was sticking up for Trump this whole time. Before he was running for president, she didn't really have to because nobody was saying these things about him, all right? Because these things were not true and they were manufactured from the fact that he did decide to run for president. And from that point on until she left the White House, she was on his side, had his back, one of his top supporters in the White House from where I sit. It's what it looked like to me. And you either knew he was racist and you did not care, which makes no sense because if he was racist, you wouldn't have a job, Miss Omarosa. A racist president certainly would not be working on prison reform. And if you know anything about the numbers for prison, the African American occupancy rate is pretty damned high. So unemployment going down, not just for the white man, but the black man, the brown man, Asian man, any man living in the United States, man. You know, so it doesn't even make sense to say you knew he was a racist the whole time, because nothing he's done shows a racist heart in my mind. I mean, you seriously can't be president and want good for just the white people. I mean, it's kind of not how our country does not run like that. We need all of you. We need everybody to contribute and to live prosperously in this nation. And it's a struggle more than it is for others. But you know what? When people get an opportunity, they really should appreciate it and just run with it. And unfortunately, that is not what Omarosa did. She took that position and used it. The foundation of everything she talks about in her book came from where she's been for the last year in the White House. So, yeah, I just feel like she took the quick and easy way out, the quick buck route, and now those who used to hate her are kissing her ass for an interview, and those that used to love her are like, ain't got nothing else for you, baby. Because as far as the conservative side goes and the Republican side goes, you walked away from us, all right? You picked your side, and you seem to be very, very, very comfortable being the badass reality bitch all over the TV screens, spewing whatever it is you think you need to sell those books. Well, something tells me somebody else might be interested in your book and your recordings and such. And I hope it catches up to you one day, doll, and you got to face the things that you've done in front of a judge in a court of law. But until that time comes, I know you are going to keep peddling your book. You're going to go in front of any camera that will have you, and you will go on any show that will take you, because you, my darling, think you are using them. But truth be told, you guys are using each other, and it's quite disgusting, and it's hypocrisy at a whole other level, because, you know, Omarosa wasn't just a conservative for the last 2 years. She's always been conservative. And to think all it took was to sell her soul to MSM to get her to turn her back on somebody she's had close dealings with for a really long time, I think was very disappointing, not only to President Trump, but those who worked with her, or shall I say put up with her, because President Trump spoke so highly of her, and he felt it was so important to give her a position at the White House. It seemed as though she was welcomed, you know, unquestioned with open arms, based on how people are responding to her book. Everybody out of the White House has said how disappointed they are, how they thought they had a good working relationship with her. Some have even commented about being close personal friends outside of the job, and that none of the things that she talks about in her book did she ever bring to the attention of anyone there at the time. So people seem to have a very offended but yet kind of a hurt attitude over it. And I especially believe that our president is a little hurt, you know? I mean, I know some of you watching who aren't fans probably are thinking, he don't effing care. No, honestly, I think he does care. I mean, you tell me. Even if your relationship was rocky, I mean, maybe 30% of the time it was great at best, but you have a 16-year relationship with that person, and then they just do something to you to completely shut you out completely, talk crap about you, say things that aren't even true. That wouldn't hurt you a little bit to know you've been through all of this other shit for, you know, the last 16 years, and this is what ends it? You know, you get fired from a position that she obviously took for granted and really didn't care much about because she had all this other stuff in the works. But it was just a crappy thing to do to somebody that she has had inner workings with for so long. And for anybody to take her word on anything at this point because they just want to, because they like the anti-Trump subject. Now you guys are truly desperate, and now you are dealing with the truly desperate, and I think you both deserve each other. So good luck with that. So that's what I have to say about Omarosa and her book, her recordings, and just her overall new self, which again, I don't think it's new at all. I think this is who she's always been, and this is where she's always wanted to be, and she used the resources that she had at the time to get where she is now. So what do you guys think? Are you an Omarosa lover? Are you an Omarosa hater? Or you just don't really give a shit? I mean, whatever it is, let me know. Leave a comment. Give me a like. If you have to give me a dislike, at least give me a comment. And subscribe and share with your friends. Tell them all about me. Let's get this party started. Let's get some conversations rolling. And until tomorrow, guys, have a good one.